Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Julian Albino. If this is your first time, welcome. Grab a pen, grab a notepad, maybe a glass of wine, because today we are talking about
MONEY.
So I noticed that I have not created a cost of living video for any of the cities I've lived in. For some reason, I thought I did one when I was living in Mérida, Mexico, but I checked and I didn't. But I'm currently still in Cape Town, South Africa. I've been here now 3 months, so I feel like this was the perfect time to do this video because now I kind of have an idea of my monthly expenses. It's really raining out here. Oh, I hate that. I think I'm gonna have to change locations. Okay, so I think because the weather is so cloudy today, this is closed. So I'm gonna sit under this umbrella and finish my video. Okay guys, so I'm back. I was gonna go home, but I actually, as I was walking, I found the golf, I don't know, what do you call these things? Like a putt-putt mini golf little attraction. And because the weather is so cloudy, no one is out here, but they had an umbrella that I'm under now. So I decided to come under here and finish my video. But before I was interrupted by Mother Nature, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, my name is Julian. So I've been traveling full-time now for 14 months. Wow, so a year and 2 months. So yeah, I've been in Cape Town, South Africa now for 3 months. 3 months, cannot believe that. Like, that's so crazy to say. But yeah, a full 3 months here in Cape Town. So I think this is a good time to do this video of cost of living because I kind of have a good idea of my monthly expenses. I want to compare the cost of living here in Cape Town, South Africa versus in my home country, the United States. I think that'd be really cool to just compare the difference in basic needs, you know? I'm thinking about making this into a series for each city that I have lived in, just so people can have some point of research and guidance if they are considering moving or visiting any of these cities. So yeah, let me know below if I should do this for each city. I took this very, very seriously. I literally pulled out my bank statement, I've got a highlighter, and went through everything to get you guys an accurate amount of how much I spent in the month of December. So I decided to choose December because here in South Africa, December is the month that you want to come visit. If you are considering visiting or moving to Cape Town or South Africa in general, you want to come in December because that's the pinnacle month. That's when everything happens. You know, most people are on holiday. That's when all the parties, it's festive season. It's the time to be here. And I got here right at the beginning of December. So while reviewing my bank statements, literally all 4 pages, just for the month of December, I kind of realized I went overboard. I definitely went overboard in December. I think I had like a severe case of FOMO. It was just so much going on, you know, literally Tuesday through Monday. Honestly, there was something going on. You know, I would tell myself like today, on a random Tuesday, like today I'm just gonna chill out, I'm gonna stay home and relax. And by 3 p.m. I noticed I'm like 5 Savannahs in at some random party with friends. It was just a really good time. December's a great month. So I think I should really get one of those, you know, financial apps where it automatically breaks down your monthly spending and put it in different categories. That would have made this video a lot easier and it would help me with budgeting. But my life is not that organized right now, but maybe I should put that on my list this year. So I separated my monthly expenses into 4 large categories to make it more simple, that way to give you guys an idea. But of course there are some miscellaneous expenses, but we're just gonna focus on the 4 large expenses, you know? So the 4 categories I wanna focus on for my monthly expenses are housing, food, grooming, and entertainment. But before we get started, guys, I want to thank the sponsors of today's video, Omaze. Omaze gives away one-of-a-kind prizes and experiences while donating money to chosen charities all across the world. Come on, it's the philanthropy for me. Their sustainable approach to fundraising means that nonprofits can spend less time and money raising funds and instead focus on serving the needs of their communities. So remember when I said Omaze gives away one-of-a-kind prizes, right? Well, click my link below and enter for the chance to win a $4.3 million Lake Tahoe dream house. Like, Round of applause for that. So guys, let's talk about this home a little. You could score a 4-bedroom, 7 bathrooms. Yes, 7 entire bathrooms. Modern rustic home with beautiful mountain and lake views. So this home is situated at the base of a ski resort, which is kind of cool. You can spend your winters on the slopes skiing and your summers kayaking in crystal clear waters. Like, what a dream. So this dream home has over 5,200 square feet, huge. The master suite features aromatherapy steam showers, a fireplace, and jetted tubs. Like, what? So for me, guys, the kitchen is the most important part of the home. Even though I can cook, it's all about the aesthetic for me. And this home has all the bells and whistles to satisfy any top-tier chef in its indoor kitchen. Yes, I said indoor kitchen because there's also an outdoor kitchen. Whew, bon appetit. Okay, so now that we know about this amazing Lake Tahoe Dream Home Prize, so the funds raised will support after-school all-stars in their work to provide free comprehensive programs and essential resources for low-income students and families across the United States. So enter now for your chance to win this stunning Lake Tahoe Dream Home. You can find my special link, omaze.com/JulianAlbino, below in the description box. And remember guys, the kids are counting on us, and big thank you to Omaze for sponsoring today's video, but let's get back to the cost of living. Okay, so let's get right to it, and we are gonna start with housing. Remember guys, these are my monthly expenses. Just use this information for research purposes, okay? So my rent for the entire month was 14,500 rands. I have some notes to look at. This place was fully furnished. All of the utilities were included, which I really love. So the building I stayed in also had a gym, which was 24 hours, I believe, a cinema room, a workspace, and like a rooftop bar. There were lots and lots of amenities, which is why I think the price was so high, because the actual unit was not that big. There wasn't even a kitchen in it. So I kind of felt like I was paying too much for that place. Again, that was 14,500 rands for a 1-bedroom without a proper kitchen. But the thing that sold me on this building was there was no security deposit. So all I had to pay was the first month's rent. And honestly, that was the big factor for me. And that's why I chose that place. I have since moved out and moved into somewhere else. But the name of that place is Black Brick. It's located here in Cape Town in the CBD area. So if you are considering coming for like a long-term stay, especially like, you know, when you first get here, you want, you know, somewhere to stay while you look for somewhere else, I highly recommend Black Brick, but not for like a long-term place. Like,
there's no kitchen, you know?
Okay, so just to give you an idea of housing in the United States, let's see, the average price for a 1-bedroom in the US is around $1,600. I was paying $1,700 for rent in the United States. And keep in mind, guys, that did not include any utilities. It was unfurnished. That was literally just the base price, you know? And I think we even had to pay like an extra fee for our trash, which I never understood. I think it's like a, what's it called? Valet waste, valet service. If you're watching from the US, you know what I'm talking about. But they have a service where you put your trash can outside of the door, and it's like an extra $40 a month just for someone to come pick it up. And some places actually require that you know, opt for that service. So in Cape Town, I'm paying $14,500 for rent. And in the United States, I'm gonna convert it, I was paying $1,700 for rent. All right, so let's move on to food. So as I mentioned, the place did not have a full kitchen. So I had to eat out for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Everything was takeout or sit down at a restaurant, and those expenses definitely added up. So I'm not gonna lie, I think I went overboard in the food department for December. I was also just excited to try everything I saw in sight. My monthly expense for food was 4,500 rands because I had to eat out every day or have food delivered. But you can, I mean, it really depends on where you go to eat. Let's say if you want to go to like a fast food joint like a McDonald's or Nando's, you can easily get like a combo meal for between 50 Rand to 100 Rand easily, you know? Let's say if you want to go to Camps Bay, which is like fine dining, you know, a better dining experience, you can easily spend maybe 300 to 600 Rand just for the food, and that's not including like the wine. And, you know, you gotta have wine if you're in Cape Town. But you can get a bottle of wine at like the markets or grocery store for like 35 Rand versus going to the, of course it's more expensive than the restaurants where it can cost you maybe 150 to 250 and up for a bottle of wine. So if you're someone who likes to stay at home and cook, this price can definitely be cut in half or maybe a third, you know, of that. Me, I'm not really into like oven heat and cooking and like grease popping on me. So honestly, I think even if I had a kitchen, I probably would still eat out. Like, guys, I need someone to teach me to cook. Like, if you are in Cape Town, if you know how to cook, like, you know, let's set up a cooking date. I would love to do that. So just to give you an idea of the cost of other food items, let's say if you want like a cup of coffee in the morning, you could get one, let's say between 28 to 50 Rand depending on what you get in your coffee. You can get like a bagel or a burger maybe for 35 to 50 Rand, and then for lunch you can easily eat for around 100 Rand, and that's a full meal including drink. So, you know, it could be affordable depending on where you go. Some days I want to just get something quick and fast and I spend like 65 Rand for like a KFC chicken combo, and then other days I want to be served and I go to Zen Zero in Camps Bay and I spend like 500 Rand. So it depends on your budget, where you want to eat and how you feel that day. Okay guys, so we are moving on to grooming. This is by far my favorite category. Like, I'm all about being pampered. Like, I thoroughly enjoy going to the salon here. I go to Mia Bella's on Long Street here in Cape Town. I mean, they keep me right, from manicures to pedicures to hair color to haircut to facial. Like, they do it all, and it's reasonable. So a lot of the salons are unisex, which is kind of cool. So you can go in, get a haircut, get a facial, get a manicure and pedicure all in one place. It's like a one-stop shop. So definitely recommend Mia Bella's if you are in Cape Town. They have free wine. They even offer you red or white, like free wine. You can't beat that. I think that's why I go so often. Don't judge me, but I literally get haircuts twice a week, mainly because I'm filming content and I want to look good, you know? So the haircuts are running me 150 Rand for the base price, but of course I tip, and each time I usually tip around 75 Rand on top of that. So that's a total of 225, and multiply that times 8 visits in a month. That's around 1,800 Rands per month for my haircuts. But I get my nails done, I get manicures. Ooh, speaking of, I think it's time to get them redone. But yeah, my manicure cost is 250 Rands, and then plus the 75 tip as well, that is 325. So for the monthly cost of that, that's 650 Rand for the manicure. Speaking of manicure, guys, I have the best nail tech in all of Cape Town. Tally Mars is her Instagram. I'll put it below. She's at Mia Bella. Love, love, love her. So check her out if you are in Cape Town. So just combining the haircuts and manicures, I'm totaling around 2,450 Rands for the month, just to keep up with my grooming. And if I do decide to get coloring, which I usually do every 45 to 50 days, I recolor my hair, that is an additional 350 Rand for the hair color. Okay, so let's say I wanted to get this same type of grooming service in the United States. Like, guys, this will cost me a lot more. Like, the average price for a haircut in the United States is now like $35. Like, and that's not even including tip. $35 just for the face. Well, I think that's that's like hair in face. That's just for one cut. That's not including like a wash and dry. That's just a basic haircut. And then like for manicure, like a gel manicure, I think I used to pay $35. So just imagine if I did that twice a week, the haircuts and the manicures every 2 weeks. That's like close to $300 just for like grooming. So you can see the difference in price, you know? And last but finally not least, we are going over the expenses of Entertainment. Now, if you have been subscribed to my channel for a while, then you know I am all about a good party, a good groove. It's all about the nightlife for me, and Cape Town has definitely not dropped the ball with that. You know, if you're partying on Long Street, which is similar to Bourbon Street in the United States, then you can definitely have a good time with less than 500 Rand. I've noticed most of like the bars and the clubs here, they don't typically charge like a cover fee to gain access, but I noticed in December, you know, for like Christmas and New Year's Eve, there was a fee to enter, but it was around 80 to 100 Rand to enter. But once you're in, you know, you can get two shots for like 30-40 Rand. You know, you can get a beer for like 30 Rand. You can get like a mixed drink for like 65 to 70 Rand, you know, depending on where you're going. So you can definitely have a good time for the low. But I would say for like my monthly expenses for entertainment, I am spending around 3,000 Rands per month. And that's including pretty much anything I want to do. So of course that's nightlife, that's going to do any kind of attraction with friends, any kind of outdoor thing, everything. That's including everything I did in December. The total for that was 3,000 Rands for the month. Okay guys, so I know I just went over a lot of different numbers, but remember this video is for reference or research purposes. If you are considering moving or staying here in Cape Town, you can use this as a guide. So let's recap the numbers. So for housing, my monthly expense was 14,500 Rands. For my food, the monthly expense was 4,500 Rands. Grooming, my total monthly expense was 2,450 Rands per month. And for my entertainment for the month, we're looking at around 3,000 per month for the monthly expense. And that totals, drum roll please, I'm actually nervous to know how much that is, but it's a whopping total of 24,450 Rands for the entire month that I lived here in Cape Town in December. So in US dollars, that is around $1,621. I know that sounds like a lot, but this is also educational for people who want to maybe move or live in the US, you know? Because my total monthly expense here in Cape Town in US dollars is around $1,600. And remember guys, just for my rent alone in the United States, I was paying $1,700, like just for the rent. That wasn't for food, for any of the electricities, any of the utilities, nothing. The base price was $1,700. So you can see, US can be quite expensive. So compared to my monthly expenses here, which is in US dollars around $1,600, versus my expenses total in the US were around $3,700 a month. I'm able to save like $2,000 per month just from leaving the US, you know, and I have a better life, a more fulfilled life. It's just, things are better, you know, things are better. Not even because of the cost of living, just like my state of mind and my happiness is better, you know? So no regrets there. So I hope this helped put the cost of living in South Africa versus the US into a better perspective for you. But after looking at this total amount, I think I can definitely make some adjustments, you know, maybe chill out a couple days, get that cost down a little lower, because we are trying to save money. We want to save as much money as possible. So definitely let me know if I should do cost of living videos in the other cities I lived in, like Merida, Mexico. I stayed there for 5 months. Kigali, Rwanda, I was there for literally 30 days. And maybe a video about this of Johannesburg, which is definitely a lot cheaper than Cape Town. I think I'm gonna do that, but let me know below in the comments. But comment below if you think I'm spending too much here in Cape Town per month. If you thought it was more, but also let me know what you're spending around each month, just so I can get an idea. Let's start that conversation below in the comments. But yeah, give this video a thumbs up, you know, subscribe to the channel below if you want to see more videos like this. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.